Hi guys, this is Andre again. Just a quick update on what I'm up to, and I also want to point you to a video where I am presenting the MicroPET. So stay tuned. So last week there was the class computing in Hof, Germany for this year, and I have been presenting the MicroPET family with all its members, and I will also want to give you the update I gave there about what I'm up to right now. What you see here is the new version, the revision 1.3 of the board, and there are a couple of changes in it. First of all the fixes that have been identified for the 1.2 revision of the board have been included. Secondly, there is this new keyboard cable, because I actually got sick and tired of soldering that lengthy 20-pin cable for all the boards I have. So this is a redesigned keyboard cable, and instead of the 10 direct select lines, I have the 4 before the decoder. The decoder is now here on the keyboard, and I also have I2C and power supply on it. So you can have a lot of fun with the keyboard now, and as you can see, the keyboard here has clear keycaps because they're all LEDs underneath, which are not how it's gonna end up, because I found out they are too dim and that's not really working well. But yeah, there's gonna be something coming, and that's already the demo board for it. I'm going to show it in a minute, where you have the LEDs mounted underneath and are shining through a hole through the clear MX switches, and they are controlled by an Atmega here, and the other Atmega here is between the keyboard scanner of the PET and the actual keyboard matrix, so you can actually do keyboard mappings here. So if you've ever been bothered by there are no numbers on top of here, only the extra characters, yeah, you can fix that in the future. I have connected the demo board to the new keyboard cable, and you can see there are some blinking lights already, so maybe you can, it's way too bright, but I'm unable to really show it as it is here now, even though I turned down the lights to get some nice colors there. You can run a program, and you can control the lights also from the PET. If you look at this one, you can see here LEDs coming up. And in the future you can have those Blinkenlights all over the keyboard. The blinking that you can see here, if I put my hand over the light, is actually the blinking from an FPGASID. So the one I got last year, I actually blew because I installed it probably the wrong way, but I got a new one this year, and I installed it, and it's working perfectly, and it's got a very good sound. And of course it's working in dual SID configuration. That's why there are all those cables, those two cables. One is for the audio output, and the other one is to get the select line for the second SID into that single device that basically has two SIDs in it. If you follow the development of the MicroPET, you know that with this CPU board and this PET I/O board, you can basically create a PET clone. So my thinking was, if I use the CPU board and a different I/O board, can I use it for a different computer? And that's why I started working on this one, which is supposed to be the I/O board for a B series, Commodore B series or CBM2 machine. So what you got is you got an FPGA, because the I/O chips from the B series, mainly the TPI 3-port interface chips, are not available anymore. They are not
not being rebuilt. And you see a lot of this I/O. So there is a user port, there is a serial, there is which is actually native on the P series. There is the IEEE488. There is this keyboard connector for the P series. And yeah, I thought I noticed this is basically the same or more or less than the UltiPET. So I decided, why not try just and add a keyboard connector for the PET, and also a user port connector for the PET. And yeah, the hardware is there. Not all chips are on it yet, so there's some work to do. Also, no line of code has been created for that one. So this will be a technology update when it comes out. So maybe expect an update early next year or something like that. So that's it for the updates for today. And I actually wanted to make a larger video on the presentations of the Classic Computing in 2025 in Hof, but I only got so little time to actually record something. I'll just append those little bits at the end of this video. So if you want to watch it, I'll put the link to my presentation, which is in German, which was recorded on the Classic Computing, in the description below. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. So here's a competition going on, playing whack-a-mole on a Commodore PET 2001 with a HAL 6500 expansion card that allows redefining the character set of some of the characters of the Commodore PET. And the prize for that, to be the fastest one of those, is a Commodore 64 with a game cartridge. Here we have the Commodore 8032 with a high-speed graphics card. The HSG graphics card allows basically doing vector graphics and bitmap graphics with a resolution of 512 by 512 or 512 by 256. And yeah, produces very neat pictures. It's put into the signal path from the board to the monitor, so it overlays the original PET, and yeah, you can see it's very nice. So this is user Tutti's place, and he's got a lot of nice stuff from NDR client computer up to an UltiPET, which is, of course, as you know, one of my designs, and he has put it into a very nice clear case with LED Blinkenlights and a very cool thing. And he also has a MicroPET in here, which is basically his portable PET computer, which I find very cool. And he has attached a Fischer Technic contraption that allows you to basically read in digital numbers. Cool, very cool. I like it when my stuff is used I like it when my stuff is used in creative ways. Of course, this is my place where I present the MicroPET and the UltiPET, where I can showcase the connection to the fast serial bus of the Commodore 1581, and I can even show how the UltiPET can be used with an original monitor, and of course I have an original PET here as well. More on the MicroPET and the UltiPET, of course, as you know, on my other videos. So here is the place of user CBMBA with the Whack-A-Mole game, and the prize already been granted, the HSG graphics card, and a big Commodore tractor printer. And here we have a Commodore 610 connected to a plotter device from Siemens, who is actually controlled by the Commodore 610, and then sending all the data over, and you can see here it's plotting nice pictures, as you can see here as well. And there is another 8032 from CBMBA, and there is another measuring graphics recorder, something with tubes, as he says.
You can
Okay, let me see. Oh wow, cool. Real tubes inside. Very nice. And that's controlled by IEEE 488.
No, it's just an analog input. So you can
okay.
an analog input, and it just reads out the voltage from 0 to 10
It
volts.
has nothing to do with pets.
No, it's just
Connected
via
to the weather station.
to the weather
I see.
station.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just
very
the
good.
analog
Okay.
input there.
And what is this? This is connected to the PET, right?
Exactly. So this is connected to the pad via user port and the IEEE interface,
Okay.
which, where you can poke and peek the analog or the digital values from the analog device.
Ah, cool. So you have this weather station that has analog output that goes to the plotter,
But also
and then
the analog digital converter, and that one can
and then
even
to the
feed
PET.
to the
Very cool. And here we have a SuperPET, or as it's called in Germany, Micro Mainframe 9000, in the variant with three boards, and I think you're just in the process of repairing it, right?
Yes. There's a RAM not working.
Oh, okay, the typical problem. Okay, thank you. And here we have, what a sight, 2 Commodore hard disks. I should have brought mine, then we would have some real nice picture with 3 Commodore hard disks. Yeah, which is a very, very, you don't see that very often, so that's very cool. This is the place of Andy6510, the famous creator of the FPGASID. And he's got an original PET 2001 and a floppy emulator device. He's got an Ultimax, or VC10 Max machine, which is very cool, where you can actually read something about it that he wrote in our magazine, in the Load magazine.